This is fun. So we've opted to take Princess Street, which is one of the main streets to get through downtown, to get to the Wolf Island Ferry, where we're going to take one of two ferries to cross over to Cape Vincent. Hi there. It's actually the Kingston Velo Club, which I belong to, is also having a ride today. So.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Heather.
So this is my first ride over to the USA in several years. I've done a ride with my Velo Club many years ago to Wolf Island, but I think we're going to take a different route today. So this is the first of two ferries. This is the Wolf Islander, takes you over to Wolf Island. Very popular spot for people to go visit, and some good restaurants. And then we're going to ride across Wolf Island and hit up another ferry that takes you to Cape Vincent in New York State. Probably can't see it, but Fort Henry up in the hills, but a National Historic Site, part of the fortifications of Kingston. So we're just riding into the village of Marysville. See Kingston across the way. Very small, but really quaint. A couple of nice places. There's a bakery and some restaurants here. It's Canada Day, so I'm not sure what's open just yet. So we stopped at a bakery in Wolf Island. Anybody knows me well knows I'm a butter tart fiend. So anywhere I go, I try and get a butter tart. It's chocolate sea salt. Yes. So this is Martha. Martha is the owner of Pedalworks Cafe and Studios that we've all met through. So we've all done spin classes. So we also have Rebecca and Andrew with us today. So we're gonna head through Wolf Island. Martha's going to take us on a tour over to the States. None of us have done this before, so I'm really looking forward to it and hope you enjoy it. That was a very nice stop at the bakery. Now it's time to boot it on over and make sure we catch the ferry to the USA. Finally got up to them. Martha's moving along at a good pace. Andrew's a pretty big guy, you can draft behind him. There's Button Bay. Really pretty in this part. We had to boot it to get over. Luckily, we made it. Border for Ontario and Canada there. Just a short ferry ride over to Cape Vincent. Cape Vincent's actually fairly historic and has quite a bit of a part to play in the War of 1812 because of the proximity to Canada and Kingston. As I mentioned, I think earlier, where the Fort Henry in Kingston was part of the fortifications that were put here to guard against that. Well, it's made our way to Tibbetts Point Lighthouse, 1827, looks like. A little telescope, and you can see the horns up there in the lighthouse. They do have a visitor center here, a little spot you can sit down and get covered and get out of the sun. It's really pretty. The road out here is just like butter smooth. You don't get much of that where we came from in Kingston. So if you go on this ride to Cape Vincent, make sure you do come off the ferry, turn right, and head down to the lighthouse. Really nice. It's pretty idyllic. What a nice place. Really impressed with Cape Vincent so far. No, there's not much to it. I think it's about 2,500 people, but just these views and how well kept it is. Historic, really pretty. A lot of nice homes. Pleasantly surprised. Heading on to County Road 6. Do a little loop before we start heading back into the village. First bit of gravel of the day. Oh, great place to come swim. That's the first bit of gravel we've hit today, but all of us have gravel bikes, so we're all good. Oh, it's a sandy beach. That's pretty. Who knew? Bit of an occupational hazard of filming all the times. I keep falling behind them, but we were kind of hoping to avoid this hill when we saw from the other side, but no such luck. The hill wasn't too bad. About 5%. Must be part of the Cape Vineyard, which we just passed. Another nice, smooth, quiet backcountry road in upstate New York. So heading back into the village. That's a nice little loop. Really quite quiet roads. All in good shape, very nice. A nice little surprise with that little gravel strip at the beach. Definitely somewhere I'd want to go back to. You can maybe bring a bathing suit and a lunch. I'm going to go check out the ferry schedule. There was some discussion about going to the brewery for Andrew and I, but we don't want to miss the ferry back, so we'll see what it's like. It's in a little museum. Back on Canadian soil, it's got all checked in after a beautiful ride over in Cape Vincent. So we're just gonna head back to Marysville. RMC there, Royal Military College, and we're just heading back into Kingston. Beautiful city. Beautiful day for a ride. I really enjoyed that. Sackets Harbor was a treat. Yeah, meeting the people from the Pedal Works is fantastic, and Martha's always a real treat. So really enjoyed that, and I'm sure we'll get out and do some more, maybe get a few more people out next time.